Hey everyone, no respawns here. Hope you are doing well. So, this is a tour of my finished shack, well, trailer and shack for Mama Murphy. Now, I did have a build of this, but I think it's the cable in my other microphone crapped out. I'm certain it's the cable, and I've recorded the build section like 3 or 4 times, and I will go on a just absolute spree of madness if I had to do it again. So instead, I've switched to my old microphone and I'm just going to give you a tour and then I'll go a detailed breakdown of what I did. Also, incidentally, I actually just discovered now, like just before hitting record, that I can use my XLR with my USB microphone, which I had no idea, so I'm really curious what this is going to sound like, because I do like my old Blue Yeti. It has served me well. Anyway, we actually did loads of the decoration for this and a bit of the building on stream on Sunday last week, so it was really, really fun. The vibes were good, and the whole thing just turned out so well. So what I wanted to do, the whole premise, to show you, so you've got the main street here, yeah? For those who don't know, this is a new run I'm doing on PlayStation 5, and we're rebuilding Sanctuary again, and I'm actually using this entire area. There's a little bit of a homage to my original Sanctuary I did back in the day, which is really exciting. And what I like doing is, and I've mentioned this before, that I like doing side streets. This is like the main high street of Sanctuary, which is going to be really busy. And I've also got these wee side streets here, and I wanted to give Mama Murphy her own place. We've got her trailer here. You walk down. Trailer looks lovely, absolutely adore it. The vibes are good. I do probably want to maybe get a lighting mod for this, just because for now I deliberately gave her one candle, but I think there's probably some mods I can use that have static lighting, like hidden lighting sources basically. I've used them on Xbox and I'm pretty sure they must be available on PlayStation because they're not external assets. It looks really cool. You've got this wee street here. I do like doing my little plywood walkways, as many of you know. We've got this gate here. Now this is going to lead into what's going to be the main market area over there, but we're going to turn that area in this little space here into one of my farms, because I like the idea of, you walk through here, got all the people growing and harvesting crops, possibly chem related ingredients, and it's also just a nice flat area. Then, and I really, really like this turned out way better than I was expecting, is basically this is where she does all of her fortune telling. I liked the idea that alongside her trailer, she has somewhere to ply her trade. And I used a lot of I basically used a lot of the Children of Atom with also kind of a homage-ish to the Memory Den. I use a lot of the Memory Den's furniture. Memory Den at home, Memory Den from Wish. And it's just got such a good vibe. I really like the lighting a lot. And it's just, it does feel like some, tacky backstreet place. I also like the idea that she does tarot, but she only actually has one tarot card, but everyone gets a different response because she is actually psychic as opposed to, a grifter. The vibes are good, lots of chems. I do sometimes get caught on these curtains though, so I don't actually expect her to sit in there, but it looks cool. So in terms of how we decorated this, the shack itself, as you can see, is using a prefab. But then what we've done is we've boarded up a lot of the walls. I really like doing this a lot, which is taking an existing structure that's quite simple and just kind of doing things almost awkwardly with the end result being that it looks a lot better. So for example, using chain link instead of wood for the walls, building custom walls out of plywood and standing boards as opposed to just slapping a wall down there, and the whole thing works really well. Posts, I really like, as many of you know, I absolutely adore this little cloth piece here. It makes for a fun tarp. All of my settlements are riddled with this tarp, using the plywood. The whole idea with this is that she's an old lady, so I didn't want her to use steps, but then she does have steps. I've been a little bit inconsistent, but it doesn't matter, it looks cool. In terms of the decoration, I used the workshop decoration pack for a few bits, and then a lot of OC decorator. The workshop decoration pack is good, but you can't put anything on the stuff, and I still only like to use it for a few set pieces, but most of the decoration I actually do. I only use it for stuff that I just can't do myself, such as, putting things in these little boxes here, or like putting those bottles in there, that kind of stuff. With a combination of using OC Decorator to kind of give it a lot of flair. I absolutely adore these trailers as well. They make me so happy. But yeah, so I will do a build. It's just that that's stupid. Basically, the microphone cable's worn out. So I was like, I'm not recording this again. When I figured out that's what it was, when I troubleshoot and everything. It's just get a new cable. Worst case, if I can't get a new cable for the stream tomorrow, I will just use my my old Blue Yeti because it sounds pretty good, and apparently I can use it with the Wave SLR, which I'm really surprised about. Speaking of, for those who don't know, I have moved all of the streams over to Twitch. We had the first one officially on Sunday for watching this video live last weekend, and it was an absolute blast. There was really good vibes, and it's a little bit easier for me to stream on Twitch because they just have a lot more tools at your disposal. And it's also easier to grow as well. A lot of the people who are watching actually came from the browse section. Same schedule as before, so every Thursdays and every Sundays at 8 PM UK time. I think we're still in GMT, but we'll switch over to BST soon. Thursdays currently in New Vegas. We're doing an unarmed and with a side dish of explosives run, which is way more OP than I was expecting, mainly because I did run all the way to Camp Golf to get a power fist right at the start of the game, and it is showing. And then on Sunday, we're doing the Fallout 4 stuff, which is a combination of building, questing, and vibing. What I've started to try and do is use the Sunday streams as an excuse to sort of the build that I will have done for the video. I do a bit of the decoration in the streams, just so that way you guys get a little bit of a sneak peek on what I'm working on, but also it means that I can do some building and vibe with you guys. Anywho, as always, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter? No, follow me on Blue Sky and Instagram at norespawns, and link in the description to my Twitch. You guys enjoy the rest of the week. As I said, for the next video, we'll have a working microphone. Or fixed. I'll either use this one or the old one. Anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of the week. Stream tomorrow. And I love you, absolute reprobates lots. You take care.